Hey, now we are live, episode 100, and I just want to take a minute and say thank you guys for turning into the show. 100 episodes, a 2.5 year journey, and we are finally here. And all I can say is I'm really excited what's going to happen between now and the next 100. Who knows? But I'm excited, and we're going to get after it. And we have a great guest today, Heath Painter from Tribe Archery. So I hope you guys enjoy the show, and just wanted to give a shout out to you, the listeners. Thank you, guys.
You are listening to a Pod Bros exclusive.
Okay, boys and girls, we are live, brand new episode, Take Aim Outdoor Podcast. And as always, I'm your host, Brandon Hammonds. And today, super excited to have this guy on from Tribe Archery, Tribe Bows, Heath Painter. Heath, what's happening?
Hey, man, a lot's happening. We've got a lot of momentum here at Tribe, a lot of cool things happening. Obviously, we're an upcoming bow company. We've have gotten some traction, man. We've launched, and a lot of cool things happening here at Tribe.
I know that I definitely want to talk about all the cool stuff you guys got going on, but I first kind of want to talk about Heath and just a little about you, Heath, like where are you from, how long you've been into hunting, and kind of your lead into the outdoor industry, because I've known of you quite a while, way before the Tribe Bow Company, but give us just a little rundown about Heath and what broke you into the outdoor industry, because I'm sure people would like to know.
You bet. I'll kind of give you an idea of what drives Heath Painter. My background, I was the kid that my dad actually made me a sapling bow. I was watching him shoot a red-winged hunter back in the 70s, I would say. He was shooting a red-winged hunter. Of course, I wanted to be like Dad. He cut me down a sapling and let me shoot a cedar arrow back in the day, and it was a turkey bark cedar arrow. And I can actually remember shooting my first arrow, and I shot it at a pine tree, and I was amazed because the arrow actually stuck into a pine tree. There was something about that arrow was magical, man, because it put something in me, the desire of archery, and that started it all. And I was a kid that was skipping school in high school to go deer hunting. I was either shooting my bow or hunting, 365 days out of the year. I was doing something that was related to archery or hunting. And that's kind of what fueled Heath Painter. And I needed to figure out a way to make a living following my dreams and my passion, which was hunting and archery. And I went to photography school, kind of intended on being a National Geographic photographer. It was kind of going down that road. I really wasn't looking at television at that point. From the photography aspect, I realized I needed to also get some film background. I went to the School of the Arts in North Carolina, got my film background there, and while I was in school, I actually made a phone call to David Blanton down at Realtree, and he gave me an opportunity to come down and interview. Based on that interview, man, it just kind of sparked my career into the hunting industry and the television. I worked for Realtree on and off as a freelance photographer for about 6 years. I was Bill's cameraman. From there, I was able to work with Tom Miranda on ESPN as his field producer. Obviously, being on the road a lot, I met Ralph and Vicky and helped them found Archer's Choice TV. From there, started producing my own shows and hosting my own shows, and along with a number of other television shows for the Outdoor Channel, Pursuit Channel, Sportsman's Channel, TNN, ESPN, Wild TV, you name it. I've produced shows for. But I'd say back in 2009, obviously things were slowing down a little bit with the economy. Things were tight with TV. I felt like I needed to kind of reinvent myself a little bit. And obviously I had a platform that I can reach people. I felt like I was pretty good at delivering an outdoor message, but I needed a product. I stepped back and looked at what I needed to do to kind of reinvent myself and really kind of look inward to find out really who Heath Painter was too. And based on that period of time, Tribe Archery was birthed, and really had no intention on taking it as big as it is now, but I just was thinking about making custom recurves and longbows. And based on my relationships and opportunities that doors that have opened up, Tribe has grown from a small beginning to what it is now. And, we have everything from the custom longbow recurves, youth bows, all the way up to high-performance compound bows now. And it's just kind of exciting to see where things are going and, the momentum that Tribe has. Obviously, Tribe is successful, but what Tribe is really successful at is the team members that are helping us get to where we need to be. I've always been kind of a one-man show, but what I've learned is real quickly is it takes a full team, and it takes people that are just as dedicated and committed to archery and the sport as I am to get this thing to where it needs to go. And I've been really blessed to be able to have the right people by my side to help me get where I'm at now. So very, very, very exciting, man.
Hey, Heath, where did maybe I didn't hear you, but where did you say you actually grew up, and where were you from?
I actually grew up in the mountains of Virginia, kind of in that Shenandoah Valley area, Waynesboro, Sturts Draft. From a very early age, my dad started moving around with his job. Lived a little bit, lived in Greenville, South Carolina for a while, moved to Charleston. From Charleston, moved up to Fayetteville. I like to call it Vietnam, North Carolina. Lived there for a couple of years, and then I was pretty excited to find out that we were going to be moving to Xenia, Ohio, just because at that point in time I kind of done enough reading in the bow hunting magazines, realized that they grow some monster bucks. I was excited to be headed up to Ohio, but since I moved to Ohio, pretty much homesteaded right in this area. And except for about a 4-year stint in the Coast Guard, I was in Maine for 3 years in the Coast Guard. And then I spent 1 year on Kodiak Island up there as well. And, if you love to fish, man, you like to hunt, Kodiak's the place to go. But I ended up coming back to Ohio after the Coast Guard, and this has pretty much been my landing pad since then. I love it. We've got a lot of good deer hunting locally. The state is still, I guess it's pretty notorious for killing some big bucks. Tribe's office is about maybe 15 minutes away from where the Beatty buck was shot, which is the record for the largest archery kill shot by Mike Beatty. So we're surrounded by big bucks, man.
Yeah, for sure you are. When exactly, Heath, did you kind of get the first opportunity to test out the Ohio woodlots and get to do some of the bow hunting there?
Like I said early on, man, I was the kid in high school that I was jumping out the door, jumping in the car, had the bow in the car ready, and I was running to a tree stand. I would say even in high school, I was hitting the tree stands locally, right from high school. And even there's been several times that, I actually skipped school. I went and shot big bucks, and I'd have to call my buddies that hadn't gone to school yet, come help me drag my buck out. Of course, I got in trouble after that, but it's just one of those things I did, and that's how passionate I was about archery, and I still am. But that's always been the driving force, is just my passion for the archery, passion for hunting. Bow hunting to me, man, it's my jet fuel. That's what keeps me going, and I just love it. But hunting Ohio locally, you said it, man. Where I'm at, it's fairly flat. There's a lot of corn, a lot of soybean. If you're going to bow hunt, you're going to be bow hunting wood lots, small pinch points, fence crossings, what have you. But there's not a lot of big woods locally like it is in southern Ohio. But we don't see a lot of deer locally. But if we do see a buck, typically it's going to be a slammer. We do get a lot of hunting pressure. Within around the Dayton area, northern Cincinnati, there's a lot of hunting pressure. But if you get on some good land, you have a good chance of slamming a monster.
No, I feel you. I know that, as you know now, Heath, I live in Michigan, and it's kind of the same thing. I'm in southern Michigan, and just the same I feel you. The same connection there, exactly the same. But with that being said, growing up here and kind of cutting your teeth into bow hunting, as you really have described well, it's just so magical. And from the time I've been 10 or 11 and got my first bow hunt underneath me, it's never left me. And it's still to this day, like you said, fuels you. And it's just kind of neat to hear you say that, somebody that's been in the industry as long as you have, that you still have that passion.
I'm sitting back. The Kentucky archery season is just right around the corner. I think September 1's opening day. Man, I've got goosebumps just thinking about it. Hoping to hunt the first couple of days of the season. Potential opportunity shooting a velvet buck. It's just exciting to me. Everything from shooting a big buck down to shooting a doe. I tell people this, but it's the truth. I can watch does all day long, but if I'm going to decide to shoot and harvest the doe, man, I get excited. My knees start pumping, jumping. You kind of get that energy boost. And if I lose that, man, I'll have to find something else to do, I guess. But I'm in my mid 40s right now. I still feel the same way as I did when I was 15. I love to bow hunt. There's so much to learn about yourself, but also about wildlife and conservation by being a bow hunter, by spending the time out in the field. And I still get that same drive, but in addition to, I've also been able to kind of come full circle, not only with Tribe, but also as a mature bow hunter. I've been able to share archery with the younger generation and be able to kind of take some kids under my wing and teach them about bow hunting. And it's exciting to see that spark of archery and bow hunting ignite in the kids today. I think kids are hungry for this kind of stuff, man. And it's just really, really unique to be in a position that I've been blessed to be put into to share archery. And that's one of the things that here at Tribe Archery, we really focus on youth archery. We focus on sharing, bow hunting and sharing the archery message to the youth, and not only with the products that we sell, but also the different organizations that we support. It's just really neat to see how fast archery is catching on. Everything from the archery in the school programs to some of the other scholastic 3D programs. It's just really exciting to see what's happening with the youth today.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, and that's a very good lead-in to kind of talk about Tribe. And you guys make some youth bows from Tribe youth bows, and which are very nice. And one of the things I've noticed over the years, Heath, and you probably have too, is nobody out there for a very long time was really making kind of a nice quality youth bow, and it just seemed like it lacked. And I was super excited to see that the kind of the products you guys are making and continuing to support the up and coming bow hunters. I think it's so important to have companies like Tribe do stuff like that, because like I said, just for years, I remember being a kid and just you couldn't find gear. So kudos to you guys at Tribe for putting out some youth bows.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I spoke a little bit about being a young bow hunter growing up, and you're exactly right. For the longest time, I was using hand-me-downs from my dad, hand-me-down recurves. Obviously, these bows weren't developed for youth bow hunters. I had to really strengthen my muscles to shoot a lot of these bows, and maybe picked up some bad habits in the process. But there really wasn't the gear out there like it is today. When looking back at developing our youth bows, I really pride myself with being an American. I pride myself with American-made gear, and that's really what we focused on here at Tribe. There's a lot of youth bows that are out there, but bottom line, these bows are being made overseas. I really wanted to concentrate on making a good, solid, quality, American-made youth bow. In saying that, all our bows are made here in the United States. Our components are made here in the United States. I have a really unique opportunity with where I'm at in the Dayton area. There's a lot of technology here that's helped me develop some leading technology with these youth bows to make these things really a performance youth bow at a decent price point, that not only can I compete with overseas bows with the price point, but I'm bottom line making a better bow because of the technology that we're using. And, like I said, I'm really blessed to be able to do that. But that's our focus, man. As kids grow up and they're shooting a Tribe bow, and 10 or 15 years they're going to want to shoot a Tribe compound or Tribe recurve as well. And so it's all about branding, but more importantly, it's about planting the seed of archery in the youth and being able to develop the right type of gear that's going to keep a kid involved and engaged into archery. Bottom line, that's what we're about here at Tribe.
Heath, if we could, I momentarily want to go backwards just a second, but I kind of want to talk about, you leave, producing and filming to start Tribe. Where in the world did all this come from? I love the name. I love the brand. I love the bows. I've met you before. I've shot the bows at ATA. And in such a short time, you've done so well with this company. It seems like it's an overnight success, but I guarantee you must have been thinking, living and breathing this forever. So how in the world, what is the history of Tribe? Of what day did it actually, come into reality?
I would say truly 2009 is when I really started to focus on the new project, which I call Tribe. I struggled with the name for a little bit, and you asked the question, so I'm going to open up the door. People ask, where did Tribe, the name, come from? A lot of people might respond, "Oh, that's a really powerful Indian name," or what have you, Native American type theme. Well, it doesn't represent a Native American theme at all. Matter of fact, it represents the tribe of Judah. Tribe of Judah is God's chosen people. So I feel like, I have a really strong Christian belief, and I just feel like that's a powerful message to be able to deliver, that this is a Christian-based company. We believe in obviously Christ, and we want to deliver that message. We are able to support a lot of different Christian ministries as well based on the message that we deliver here at Tribe. So that's where Tribe comes from. It's the Tribe of Judah, and that's basically that's the story of how Tribe originated. Pretty unique, and I think it's a powerful message to deliver as well. So that's where we come from.
Yeah, that's really cool. I kind of had a feeling it was based on, being a Christian and serving God, and so I just kind of wanted to bring that out. And I think it is wonderful, and it's no matter which way you look at it, Heath, it's a great brand and a great meaning behind it. So, what's the future have for Tribe, and what are we looking at right now, Heath, as far as what we have at Tribe? What's in the bow lines? Let's talk some gear stuff.
Obviously, compounds kind of lead the company a little bit. The technology behind the compounds. Our flagship is the Kinetic. We're putting out some solid speeds. We advertise the Kinetic at 335 feet per second IBO. I think it's pretty solid speed for a hunting bow. We really are pushing out a little bit faster than that, more closer to 340 IBO speeds. But, our bows, our tagline is born to bow hunt, built to win. And I think those speeds are pretty stable when it comes to a hunting platform. And that's kind of, where we're looking to stay in that 340 range. Obviously, maybe push it out a little bit faster as long as the bows were stable. And still create a solid hunting platform. We do have some new technology that's coming out for 2017, a couple of new bows. I'm excited to be releasing, hopefully within a couple months. We're still kind of in the testing phase of some new prototypes, But I think at the ATA show 2017, I think it definitely is going to turn some heads. So I'm pretty excited about that stuff.
Yeah, that's very cool. I know you got the Kinetic, we got the Halo Extreme kit. Do you mind, Heath, if we just talk specs a little bit for all the listeners out there?
You bet. The Kinetic, it's a 32-inch axle. Like I said, you're in that 335 IBO. We create a 6-inch brace height and also a 7-inch brace height in that bow. That bow is just over 3 pounds. It's lightweight. That's what people talk about, is how lightweight the bow is, how forgiving the bow is, and how fast also the bow is. The Halo Extreme, it's a 30-inch axle bow. It's a little bit more parallel bow. It's a very forgiving bow. I guess when people shoot this bow, the comment that they make is how quiet it is. The IBO speeds for this bow is 330. It's a great bow for a ground blind or a tree stand. It's a performer, and it's kind of funny between the two bows. I might have a group of guys come in, and that group of guys might fall in love with the Kinetic, and then I have another group come in and they'll fall in love with the Halo Extreme. Both those bows are comparable. Both of them are killing machines, and like I said, we're building a bow hunting platform here. Guys love them. We also have for the tournament shooters, we've got a little bit longer axle bow. It's called the Zeus. It's a 36-inch axle bow. And that bow right there, man, you're talking about turning some heads on the shooting line. It'll definitely do it. So IBO speeds at 325 on the longer axle bow. And super great bow to have on 3D range, man. And one of the things I'm most proud about are the traditional bows. We have the X3, which is actually the original design that I came up with early on. Then we also have the Halo ILF system, which allows you to shoot a recurve or a longbow. When it comes to a hunting recurve, there's very few bows that can stand beside these traditional ILF platform bows from Tribe. It's a pretty unique platform. But like I said before, we have some youth bows as well. One of the things we really haven't touched base on is, obviously I'm a passionate bow hunter. I love shooting traditional. Obviously when I'm serious and I want to make sure that I'm going to stack the odds in my favor, I'm going to be shooting a compound bow. But, when I'm just out there having a good time, I'm going to be shooting traditional equipment. And also one of the things that really, I guess I'm very passionate about is bow fishing. We actually build bow fishing bows, composite bow fishing bows, based on our Big Game Hunter, which is an adult composite bow that we also sell. These bows are serious machines, man. You look at them, they're lightweight. If you got to throw them down in the boat, they're durable. If you run them over with the truck, they're going to hold together. And like I said, they are composite. For some reason, you are capable of breaking a limb, which we never have. If you're able to do that, you can actually switch your limbs out for about $35 and you're back in business. So it's a very economical way to bow fish. You don't have to take your $700-800 bows out into the boat with you, get them bloody and muddy. And so we make a lot of different setups for hunting or bow fishing type system.
Yeah, you guys have a legit line of archery bows. I mean, from everything that you can think of, which I think is really neat. And I kind of want to touch base real quick again on the trad bows, Heath, because I think it's such a unique platform. But tell me exactly how somebody picks up the bow and how do we go about switching the risers and from a longbow to recurve, and how's all that work? Because it's pretty cool looking.
Absolutely. So the X3 riser, like I said, that was my first design back in 2010, I believe. I wanted to develop a hunting platform ILF riser. Obviously, there's a lot of ILF risers that are out there, but most of them were designed for target archery or Olympic-style archery, and there was only maybe one or two other companies at that point in time that were building an ILF hunting platform. Well, I had some unique ideas what I wanted to do different. I really like the sleek design of wood riser bow. A lot of the metal machined risers that were out there were just bulky. They were heavy, they were big, and I just wanted something a little bit sleeker that closer resembled a wood riser bow. And I was able to do that with the X3. It's a shoot off the shelf system, and obviously you can add sights or AMS bow fishing reel to the side of it, plus a stabilizer. But that's the bare bones, man. It's like shooting just a basic recurve riser. You talked a little bit about the ILF system and being able to swap out the limbs. That's the unique thing about the ILF is if I want to shoot a longbow, I get a set of ILF longbow limbs, and I can put on my riser. 15 minutes later, I get bored with the longbow limbs. I want to switch out to recurve, pull those limbs off, and I slap on a set of recurve limbs onto the ILF system. It's a very unique platform to be able to switch limbs and switch technologies back and forth. It's pretty cool. So I got a really good response from the X3. I did listen to some shooters, and I basically developed a new platform based on people's, I guess, expectations of a hunting bow, the next level up. They wanted options for a burger button or a flipper rest, and they wanted maybe a little bit different look. And so I was able to take the information that I developed from a lot of the bow hunters that were shooting traditional bows and kind of incorporated it into the new riser, which is the Halo ILF. And that's kind of the flagship now of Tribe Traditional. And guys love it. I mean, as far as a hunting recurve ILF system, there's very few out there that even can come close to what we've done with that bow. It's lightweight. Obviously, it's a shoot off the shelf system. We've got some technology incorporated into the riser that nobody else has. We actually have a string groove, an arrow groove that's cut into the shelf to allow the third fletch to pass across the shelf to eliminate some compression, which helps eliminate the archer's paradox. It's a true center shot recurve that helps eliminate the archer's paradox. And what that translates to is the more archer's paradox you can eliminate, the faster your arrow is going to recover. If your arrow recovers faster, that means you're going to retain more kinetic energy and velocity downrange. And that's some of the technology that we've incorporated into our risers. Like I said, we're all about bow hunting, man. And we all know as bow hunters, the more kinetic energy we have, the more it translates to penetration. And with traditional equipment, you need all you can get.
Absolutely. And I know I was just online. I was checking them out, and man, they look beautiful. I mean, they're such a sweet-looking recurve, and I love to hear, because I'm a bow hunter first before a 3D shooter, or I do that stuff for practice to sharpen my skills, but I'm not a comp guy at all. And I get really fired up, and I love it to hear that you're making stuff for bow hunting to make the sport more enjoyable. So that's awesome, Heath.
Well, I appreciate that.
Now, when we get back, just because I'm a gear geek, getting back to the comp bow and like the Halo and the Kinetic, what are we looking at as far as dorking out camo? What are we running colors on the comp? What kind of patterns can we get the hunting bows in?
We're in a pretty unique situation when it comes to different patterns. Obviously, I've got an in-house dip facility for the different camos, so I'm fairly flexible, but our standard colors on the bows are kind of a tactical black. We're doing the cryptic micro camo, which guys really love. And I would say those would be the number one and number two. Most guys anymore, they're looking for a black kind of a tactical look bow. If they are going with a camo, they're going with something like a Cryptek or something close, more of a digital type system. There's some new patterns that are out there that I really like and that we've been dipping on the bow. A lot of guys are starting to shoot that treason, pretty sharp-looking camo, not only on the bow but also in the camo itself. That Prime 1 is sharp-looking camo as well. So there's a bunch of them out there that are coming out that are a little bit different than, say, some of the old hardwood-type patterns that are pretty effective, obviously, in the woods, but also they look pretty sharp on the bow.
Yeah, that's really cool, and that's why I wanted to bring that up is, I mean, that is the stuff or the kind of items that sells a bow to somebody, you know, that for years back, I would always kind of, you know, like I said, I'm a gear geek, so I would know these patterns and stuff coming out like that, and nobody offered that stuff. So I think it's really unique that you guys are kind of, you know, heading the curve on that stuff, because I love it, and I know that kind of sparks a lot of interest to, you know, potential buyers.
Absolutely. And that's a nice point about being where we're at is as far as the company. We're big enough to make a difference, but we're also small enough that we're still able to kind of customize a lot of the stuff that we're doing for the bow hunter.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know, you know, just to kind of recap a little bit for everybody, you know, there's hunting bows, comp bows, trad bows, youth bows, bow fishing. I think that kind of explains why somebody would look at Tribe. But Heath, is there anything else that, you know, why we would want to buy a Tribe, or, you know, what, maybe it's customer service, but what is something else that you really pride yourself in within Tribe?
You know, I do get that question asked a lot. What makes Tribe different? You know, let's face it, everyone out there anymore is making a great compound bow or a great hunting bow. And I pride myself to having a platform or a product line that can compete with some of the bigger boys that are out there. We are facing the giants, but I feel like our technology is comparable to what they have. With that said, is what makes Tribe different. Bottom line, it's our passion. You know, we love to bow hunt. That's what the company is founded on, is the passion for bow hunting, the passion for archery, the passion to push the envelope with new technologies that is going to give you a better performance bow and give you a better experience in the field. That's what makes Tribe Archery different. Is you got a bow hunter, you know, leading the pack when it comes to the company here. I love it. I live it, and that's what it's all about. This is not about being a corporation. This is not about the suit and ties. This is about guys like myself that just absolutely live to hunt. And that's what these bows are about. These bows are born to bow hunt, and they're built to win. Like I said, that's our tagline. That's what makes us different here at Tribe.
Yeah, that's great. Great answer. And where do we buy these, or where do we go shoot one, Heath? And, you know, where can we find the Tribe bows at?
You know, we actually are developing a website now where we can actually buy offline. You can buy directly from us. You can send me an email, talk to me personally. We do have a dealer network that's set up. We're growing daily with new dealers. For some reason you don't have a dealer in the area, just give us a call or send us an email, and we'll find somebody locally that we can get a bow to that you can test drive one of these Tribes.
Yeah, that's awesome. And Heath, where can you give us your email, give us the website, give us, you know, Facebook, Instagram? Where can we find Tribe on all the other forms of social media?
Absolutely. Obviously, our website is tribearchery.com. Within the website, you can send us an email through the website. All our contact information is there. We've got a blog, what have you. We do have a few videos on YouTube. Just do a search for Tribe Archery on YouTube. Also on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Tribe Archery. You can find us there as well.
And that's awesome. And anything exciting, Heath, you got coming up in the near future you just want to mention?
You know, I talked a little bit about hunting season is just right around the corner, man. I'm just I'm fired up and fueled for that, man. I just had a phone call yesterday looking at maybe doing a bear hunt up in Canada here shortly. Trying to decide whether or not I want to do that or not. But bottom line, I'm ready for a whitetail season to start. Got a pretty cool group that's getting ready to go out to Idaho for an elk hunt. Pretty cool adventure through Heart of the Outdoors Ministries. These guys are getting ready to get into some steep mountain terrain, chase these bugle and elk, and I think that's going to turn into a big adventure for them. We're actually filming for the Badlands Film Fest, try to get some good footage put together for that, and also for the Born to Bow Hunt television show, which I produce for Tribe Archery as well. So a lot of cool things happening, man. Just got to buckle and hold on.
That's right. Well, I love it. I love everything you guys are doing, Heath. I love your passion, and I was definitely super excited to have you on the show today, and just wanted to say you're welcome back anytime. And you guys know that I will put in the show notes where you can find Heath and Tribe Archery. And you guys know every Tuesday we're live on iTunes, Outdoor Podcast Channel, podbros.com. Make sure to leave us a 5-star rating on iTunes. And Heath, thanks again so much, and we'll see you guys next week.
Awesome. Thank you so much.